I'm Vince Sims, and we're back with more 5 Talk Street. All right, there are some innovative programs helping our citizens with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and one such program is right here in DFW. It's Ability Connection, and they just launched a respite program for teens with disabilities. So please welcome my next guest, Jim Hanafy, who is President and CEO of Ability Connection. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, let's just start off with Ability Connection. What is this?
So we are a 69-year-old organization serving about 800 adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, plus about another 150 kids with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We operate 7 group homes. We serve people in the community to help them live in their own homes. And we have training centers where we focus on independent living skills and a myriad of youth services, which we can talk further.
Well, we're going to get into the services, but let's first talk about the need. Why is there such a need for this in our area?
Well, just in Dallas County alone, there's 46,000 students who are in special ed programs around the area. And you multiply that, it's exponential. And unfortunately in Texas, there's not a whole lot of funding for services, and there's over 200,000 people, families in Texas, on the waiting list for the Medicaid waiver services that are offered. So there's a huge need in the community.
Wow, huge need. Let's talk about a little bit of some of your programs, some of your key things you want to mention that you do provide.
Well, for youth, we just finished our summer camp. We had 2 4-week sessions, and that went fantastic. We focus on preventing skill regression. So we also introduced something new, which was our core, one day, what we call tune-up. And we held a series of those around Dallas County. And we called it CORE, Communication, Organization, Responsibility, and Empathy. And we set up these stations, 8 different stations, where the kids got to go around and practice certain skills, managing your time, setting a menu, organizing your day, setting goals, things along those lines. We have a respite program for youth that takes place at our facility on Harry Hines on the first Friday and second Saturday of the month. And then we recently introduced in-home respite. And what we're doing with that is we want to give families control over the respite program. So once a family in Dallas County registers with us, we will provide them with a voucher for $100 worth of respite per quarter. It's up to them who they bring in their home. It's up to them what they do. And how much they pay. We wanted maximum flexibility, and families have really been excited about that.
So when you say that respite program, what is that for somebody who may not know?
That's a great question, because that's one of my words. Respite is caregiver relief. If you're caring full-time for a child with a disability, sometimes you need a break. And we don't tell you what that break could be. You want to go shopping, you want to go to the movies, you want to go upstairs and read a book. That's fine. But to get a break, to recharge your batteries, we think is really important.
We think about it, it's important to have the services for those in need, but we may not always think about the caregivers. How important is that to give that break for a caregiver?
It really is huge, and the families appreciate it so much. We have sort of a regular crowd that uses our Friday night, and a regular crowd uses our Saturday. And as much as they love their child, they look forward to the break. And it's really great for them because we have themes, and they get to engage with peers and do some fun things. So it works out well for everybody.
All right. I want to ask you about another program you have, the Launch of a Meaningful Day?
Yes, we serve adults with intellectual disabilities in day programming, and our focus has changed to really focus on people doing more things in the community, whether it's work or volunteer or integration. And we partnered with a therapy program called Building Bridges and did a pilot where we did some intensive speech and occupational therapy for some of our members, and we were astounded at the progress they made based, way beyond what we thought they could do. So we received some funding from a foundation to implement a program, Excellence in Therapeutic Training, and what we're doing is we're training our caregiver staff to be able to engage members like these therapists have to improve their skills. Our staff are wonderful caregivers, but now they're learning a new skill, and it's having an amazing impact. People who use augmentative communication devices are now speaking more. People who didn't instigate communication are now doing it. We had one lady go home to visit her sister, and she went in and made the bed, and the sister was like, "Where'd you learn to do that?" And so it's been really exciting.
For you, you're in this, you're part of this, you see how it benefits lives. What does this mean to you when you see it?
It's our purpose. Our mission is to enrich the lives of people with disabilities every day, and we kind of take a one-person focus. And so I don't think of the group. I think of this person, then this person, then this person, this person, and that's what makes it rewarding, just to see little changes and to see the appreciation from the families. The families are so grateful for what we do.
And right, it's not the group, it's the individual.
Yes.
How do you do what you do? How do you make this work? Through volunteers, money?
We rely, well, obviously we need funding. We have contracts with the state, but they only cover about 80% of our costs. And we're trying to reach some of those families on the waiting list who get nothing. And so we need that. Volunteers are so important. We love volunteers. Our members love it. We have a program called Connection Companion, where we'll match a volunteer up with one of our members. And they, based on common interests, and they go do stuff together.
Okay, so if somebody wants to volunteer or donate, how do they find you?
AbilityConnection.org, it's right there.